Hi, I'm Josh Hansen, and today I'm going to be talking about the opioid epidemic. Did you know over 44,000 drug overdoses happen per year in America due to opioids? This fact is caused by pharmaceutical companies' deception about opioids, also how opioids lead to more hardcore illegal drugs, and the consequences of that. This is why pharmaceutical companies are responsible for the opioid crisis in America. My first point will be talking about how pharmaceutical companies were deceptive about opioids. As a result of doctors saying opioids are safe and non-addictive, they started over-prescribing them. Purdue Pharma ignited today's epidemic by starting the disturbing practice of deceptive opioid marketing, convincing both doctors and the American public to trust that these drugs were safe and virtually non-addictive. This pharmacy was trying to manipulate everyone into believing their lie so that they would get more money. People quickly started getting addicted as the prescription rate went up 533% from 1997 to 2005. This addicted to opioids and possibly even worse drugs. This brings me to my second point. Prescription opioids are a gateway to more hardcore illegal drugs. 4 to 6% of people who use opioids transition to heroin. And in both Philadelphia and San Francisco, most of the young heroin injectors interviewed began their drug use trajectories with opioid pills. Both of these cases show opioids are a gateway to harder drugs. The hard part of illegal drugs the users got from using the opioids have several consequences. For example, cocaine has been linked to strokes, heart attacks, as well as vulnerability to infections. Methamphetamine can cause cardiac damage, elevated heart rate, convulsions, and can also lead to teeth and gum issues. This all stems from the users getting addicted to prescription opioids. In conclusion, the opioid crisis has been exponentially increased due to the pharmaceutical companies' deceptiveness of opioids, their ability to get you in harder drugs or illegal drugs, and the effects those harder drugs have on the person or the user. The good news is places like HHS and NIH are relieving this crisis by getting victims treatment and cracking down on poor practices like over-prescribing opioids. Thank you. That is my presentation on the opioid epidemic.